Do you have time? Okay, I know it's a big question. So in order to figure that out, we're going to ask some preliminary questions. So let me know when you're ready. Okay, I'm assuming you're ready. Are you breathing? Do you see the clock ticking? Can you pinch yourself and confirm this isn't a dream? If you passed all these questions, hey, congratulations. You know, it's possible, it's very likely you still have time in this one wild, marvelous life of yours, which is some truly incredible news, because I am here to tell you today that if you still have time, then it means that any aspiration you could possibly want in life has already occurred. You heard me right. Any aspiration you want in life has already occurred. And we'll get into the rest of this thesis, but we'll start here. If time is available, then so is possibility. All possibilities. Which means it's possible that if everything in life takes time, what you want in life may already very well be in progress. Time is the only thing you need to obtain everything you want. So I'm here to propose to you that maybe you're not chasing your dreams, but you're moving through them already. Hi, my name is Jordan. The only goal of this channel is to help people. And today we're going to talk about a theory that I wrote about on my Substack article, that if you have time, it's already occurred. Now, I gave you the opening statement, if you will, on this whole thought experiment. So now we're going to move more so into what is time, and we're going to break down the ingredients within it. The primary position we're going to take to back this claim that we made in the prior section is based on the ever-resistant theory that everything takes time. This is something my mom used to say to me a lot. Maybe you've gotten this from other people. You've probably heard this before. It used to frustrate me, but unfortunately, cliches have a ton of credence. So like I said, it's likely you've heard this phrase before, and it's easy to agree to because it's like obviously true. You know, it took time from you to get to the beginning of this video to where you are right now. It took time from when you were born to however old you are now. And we know that it takes time to get from today to tomorrow. So there's a ton of things that we can just kind of look at because we've experienced and say, okay, yeah, that probably substantiates the notion that everything takes time. We can all concur that at some level, the currency required to purchase progress is time. And that's proven in every second. But now I want to break it down with you a little further into this idea of the time equation. You know, this is going to satisfy my math nerds out there. People just like equations. So here's this one. Effort plus direction equals time. Effort is what you contribute. Direction is where you point it. And then time is the inevitable byproduct of these two components. So then when it comes to this idea of goal completion, aspirational achievement, which we were kind of prefacing at the beginning, it means that time well spent equals goal achievement. But even further, any way you spend time will complete some sort of goal. But that's a different subject, and for now we're just going to keep it contained to this idea of achieving a lofty goal. Anything you want. When we think of anything we want, we think of something successful, something that would identify us as a person who has achieved something great. So getting back to this idea that everything takes time, I think that statement is too simple. What people should really be saying is everything we hope to achieve requires the right effort aimed in the proper direction, sustained for a long enough time period to unfold. Now, obviously, we're not going to say all that because we like snappy, witty things. You know, we love things that just kind of sound nice. Smaller sentences are easier to eat. But that's the more broken down version of the statement. Those are the nuances of it. Time has and will always occur. It will never need to be summoned or brought from the ether because it's already happened. It's happening right now. And when we acknowledge that time is occurring after having wrapped our mind around this time equation, it allows us to concur that time is a very powerful force that we should learn to wield. Because if valued properly, purposefully driven, and given the required inputs, time will yield anything you seek. I don't know if I said it before, but this is really where we're going to clarify the ingredients of time. So for clarity purposes, I do want to identify everything that follows under this notion of time. So to contextualize where we're going, time encompasses all generative or regressive forces. We'll first explain that former component. Time encompasses success. It encompasses effort. It encompasses growth and natural learning and all other generative forces you might be able to conjure. But it also represents the opposite. Time also encompasses failure. It encompasses losses. It encompasses unexpected losses, setbacks, and all other regressive forces you may be able to conjure. But I'd argue that regressive forces are no match for the aforementioned generative forces when backed by this idea of persistence. Because the longer you persist, all of those setbacks begin to serve as construction for a better foundation. Over time, outcomes we called failures will start to reveal their generative function. It's like that one Kelly Clarkson song where she was like, "What doesn't kill me makes me stronger," or whatever. I could sing better than that. I got a little nervous. But you know, this lyric demonstrates how quality persistence demands reflection. And in order to persist effectively, one must recognize the causes of their shortcomings and use that information to inform learning and renewed strength. Also, I hope you can't hear that ambulance in the background, but hopefully, you know, those people in there take this setback and these losses and turn it into strength. Hopefully they're okay. Please don't let me jinx that. Anyways, this process of extracting clarity from difficulty serves as representation of our ability to transmute all regressive forces into something generative. And this is also very simple to see. There have been countless things in our life that in the moment sucked, but later on we're like, it's probably a good thing I went through that. Therefore, over the course of time, failure will always be fatigued by persistence. It can't keep up with it, you know? And this is also very easy to see because we know that the ability to start again is non-discriminatory to how low or high we are in life. It doesn't care if you want it, you can have it. At any moment, you can begin a new journey or pick up right where you left off. Another thing that persistence ingrains into a person who is utilizing it is this ability to keep going. And anyone who has committed to keep going knows that persistence is a choice, and once selected, will benefit tremendously in the navigation of all obstacles that life may present. And trust me, life will present them. There will be obstacles ahead. But the person who's chosen to persist will always be bound to pass them eventually, because eventually always occurs. Eventually always occurs. Just ask anyone who set upon a path with a blazed intention. Their question is not, will it arrive? Their question is only, what will it look like when it does? Eventually is amorphous. It's incredibly flexible, but also highly suggestible. It's a gentle giant of an idea. Because when undefined, it can seem monstrously daunting. Eventually, untamed can become a creature of destruction. But I assure you, it is not a force of nature unless you allow it to be. In reality, it's just like us, seeking purpose, aided by guidance. It's willing to yield to our intentions. Indeed, it's powerful, but it does not have an agenda. It is happy to be wielded, but often is left untouched by the hands of many lives. The trailblazers have tamed eventually. Their words go like so. Be kind to it. Nurture it. Outline a path for it to follow. And it will, willingly. Now, I want to start wrapping up this video because I have not earned the right to make a 30-minute video at this point. I still need more experience. Or maybe I should say that I do have the right, because eventually I will. So you know what? F it. I have the right to make a 30-minute video. I don't think this will be a 30-minute video, but let's get to the conclusion. Time is passing, and you are undergoing already eventually. We know that both of these things are inevitable, and now we've assessed that they can be guided. But we haven't fully crystallized this theory. I don't think that it's already occurred. So let me be clear. When I tell you this, it does not mean that the outcome you are seeking is already here. That if you look around, you'll see it right now. Right now. What I mean is that its arrival is inevitable, because the time it will take for it to arrive is already in progress, and you are a part of that entire motion sequence that is going on. So if what you're seeking takes time, and we know that time is happening, then progress must be happening too, even when you can't perceive it. Change happens little by little, then all at once. So therefore, the outcome of progress is not waiting to be born. It's already been born. We're just waiting for this outcome to arrive. So my question to you is, why would you treat your goal as uncertain when it is just simply unfinished? There's no need to hope for its existence, okay? You just need to let time do what it always does and arrive. So from that perspective, what you're seeking has already occurred. Perhaps not in current reality, but in certainty. In the certainty of a future reality. In the same way that you're certain tomorrow will arrive, you can be certain that your future is on its way. So don't doubt that it's coming, but remember, the future still needs something from you. The future is waiting on you to give it an identity, and this can be done by naming it clearly, shaping it persistently, and walking toward it with intention every day. So, my simple call to you today is decide who you're becoming. And once you've done that, everything else is complete. You just have to let time do its thing and deliver you there. Good luck. I believe in you. And I hope you all have terrific days. Goodbye.